Right, we're back, and this is the second session of our interview with Mr. Nyabadza, the great. Okay, we're talking about his career as a civil engineer, but guess what? This guy is also a chief executive officer to one of the most uprising companies in this country. So let me not say more. Let me leave the owner to take us through what he does.
Okay, so Flowcode Zimbabwe, it's a subsidiary of Code OSO Africa. Mainly, Flowcode is Flowcode company. We've done jobs for a lot of big businesses, and we've been doing it for over 6 years now. Started the company with my brother, and since then we've been improving, adding more products. I think in a nutshell, we do flows.
You do flow.
Think of the flow.
Okay. So what inspired you to start this company at such a young age?
Okay, so it started out funny. We had a trip with Paddington. We had a trip to Nigeria in 2019 November.
Okay.
We were part of the South African guys team.
Okay.
Back then we were young and we used to do everything in the team. So we were assistants. We got to a hotel, maybe something like this.
Okay.
We were sleeping there. We had a balcony. So we went out, we brainstormed, we came to our designs. So we looked across the street and the guys were kneeling down, using hands. So we developed an interest to see what they were. Got there, met the guys, and they were so nice. Nigerian people are so nice. We got there and the guys started explaining, we moving this flow to that. The company was called Interflows, Nigeria.
Okay.
Yeah. So after they told us all that, we got on the internet, started seeing that they were doing epoxy flooring, tiling, pavements, mats, carpeting, stick-on tiles, all that. So from there, we didn't need to tell each other what to do. We were like, there's a few flooring companies about it. And the ones that they focus on old floors, that's wooden floors. Some people still like it, I want to like wooden floors, porcelain tiles and plates. So we thought to ourselves, why can't we take the same idea, put it in Zimbabwe, put it in South Africa, and try to see what we can do. We were college students then.
Okay. Interesting.
So from that, that's how we started.
That's how it was born. Okay. You mentioned about you were emphasizing on team, the word team. So in your own company, how do you build? First question: how do you build a company culture that attracts and retains top talent? And in regards to teamwork, what approach do you use to maximize teamwork?
Okay, so for something to go the team, it needs a leader. We can be a team, and our leader can be in South Africa or somewhere around the world. So a team to go the team, there's need for a leader. The best way that we have seen through experience, through whatever we faced, there are people with a spark in their eyes. I don't know if you've seen people who are driving a truck, but when they get into a boardroom, they feed it without effort, without so much trying. So we've tried to advertise posts, and to be honest, the people that we are working with right now were the least qualified.
Okay.
Why were the least qualified? People who hold a certain educational attainment level have a bit of pride, you know. People have a bit of pride, but what I've learned also from guys like Elon Musk, they're saying nobody has to go to college to learn something. You have to do it. And it's something that I got from the Chinese guys I work with. We don't care about what you did in school. Can you do it?
Okay.
So I have guys like the chartered lender. I read those 3 books in a week. And the thing we emphasizes the most is sales. Sales is key to a business. And you don't just sell people. People who sold cars can sell trucks, can sell buildings. It's what's in you more than what you got from school.
All right, that's an interesting take. You know, when it comes to approaching a company, I imagine that there's need to scale up that company. So what's your strategy for scaling your company without losing the essence of what made it successful in the first place?
So if you check us out on our website or whatever, the first line you see is a youth-driven and diversified company. Why we have that in our first line is we would like to cater for everybody. We do floors for catering industry, hotels, households, residentials. We'd like to cater for everybody. So if there is a youth company, it means there is also people on the youth. But I've seen organizations ignore the youth thing. You see our President Trump won the elections. It was a youth vote. So if we can relate with you, you're part of us. We are youth. You can convince anybody. Because you have related with us.
Alright.
So in terms of scaling the business, we have quarterly goals, we have weekly goals, we have daily goals. So we draw down everything. We would like to employ 250 people by the end of the second quarter of 2025. We put it in. Then we say, it's 4 months. What are we going to do in a month that's going to make us employ more people? What are we going to do in a week that's going to make us employ more people at the end of the quarter? What are we going to do today? That's going to make us employ 250 people. So you have to see a business or a corporation as something that needs idea attention. You know what I mean? Try to have as much goals as you have. The Bible even says it. The Lord acts on what is what day. You can't ask God for a car, or else you can't drive. So it's in the Bible. It's a spiritual law. Everything God acts on what is written.
Okay, I like that approach. I actually learned something. It's interesting how you set a goal, maybe a long-term goal of 3 months, and then you start to sort of like subdivide tasks in that given time, saying, okay, in the 3 months we want to achieve this, but what will we do about it in a month? And what will we do about it in a week or in a day? Well, sometimes when we set these goals, you know, we say, by the end of the day I should be driving a car. But what are you doing in the present? What are you doing in the month? So that's a great approach. Yeah, that's a great approach. Okay. So yeah, we've been asking some serious questions, so we're gonna get into a section of fun and personal insights. Are you a reader, Mr. Nyabadza?
I try.
You try. Okay, okay. So what book or podcast or any resource that has had a big impact on your journey? For example, I know that it may be strange, but I'm someone who's into music, so sometimes I might be in the healthcare field, but sometimes I draw inspiration from music and then what people in the music industry are doing. So is there maybe like a source to your something that boosts you up or that has an impact on your journey as a CEO, as an executive?
Okay, so I mentioned the chartered planner.
Okay.
James Nyabadza. I've got to learn about his story. And when we were starting out business, we didn't know that you need to invest more in your sales team, marketing, even the returns to the money.
Okay.
We didn't know all of that. So when I read these books, from the first one to the third one, I got knowledge that I was looking for in 2 years. I got it in a week.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I understand that people like Zig Ziglar, they write about sales. But what I think we need is to draw inspiration to something that we can relate to. There's so many good authors in Zimbabwe.
Okay.
He explains the art of making money so easy in his book, and it's relatable.
Okay.
Jeremy did the same thing. Reina's Mausa did the same thing.
Okay.
So I think it's about doing something you can relate to. Because if an American author can tell you that your LLC